this is to all the guys that really hit, you know, had I mean, it was like 13,000 something people that really, you know, showed a interest in the other video about Kanye, and I just wanted to follow up with the celebrities and what's happening in the industry. And let's see. All right.
Dumb and Dumber 2 opens tomorrow. Please say hello to Jim Carrey. Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Well, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati.
How's it going? Good.
What's up, guys? It's me, Rob. So we're going to talk about something really interesting today.
When Man in the Moon came out,
you can see it's James Carrey. The reason I want to talk about James Carrey is because one of the things that I find fascinating is that right before all these things happened with his, I guess his girlfriend, who's deceased, supposedly he was becoming, or they were portraying him in the media and in Hollywood as this guru-like figure, and saying that he possessed basically all these great abilities of the laws of attraction. Something I spoke about quite a bit in the past. If you notice, a lot of my videos were talking about this mainstream new age type of thing that was happening, and I got a lot of flack for it, which I always do, because I always talk about certain things and I get a lot of flack from a lot of people about it. But yet, after I talk about it, it actually happens. During the time that James Carrey was up and coming as the new age guru, I had said they're setting him up for failure, because this is what they usually do. They inflate them and then they just destroy them. In the midst of that destruction is some kind of enjoyment for whoever's doing it. If you want to say it's the Illuminati, which I do believe that there's many probably secret societies that do exist, but this is something that, you know, first, before we go any further, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this video. All right, pay close attention.
Say, Jim Carrey. Yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, you know, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join. And here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, you know, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. What do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
I remember when this all started happening and I started, you know, really commenting on it and got so much flack from people about that. But let's see what this video has to say here.
No, I
Was
didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through?
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
No, I
Was
didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed
Who
up.
did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through?
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
So I mean, that is really interesting right there. You know, when they use these words that belong into the physics dictionary, right? A lot of the people don't really understand the total meaning of the word tetrahedrons, and you know, I mean, I don't fully understand it. I have some basic layman's grasp of the concept, but to use it in a term that's trying to describe something of a spiritual experience is, or existential experience, if you want to use that term, is quite taking a leap, you know. And when I say taking a leap, almost saying far-fetched, even though I believe in that stuff. You know, I mean, I do believe in this stuff, and I do love physics. The thing that puzzles me is how this whole thing was built up, and I want to try and find one of those videos for you, so bear with me, and let's see if I can find it, okay?
You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it. Please.
That's a good one right here. So the reason I stopped at that point was that he's the proof that you can ask the universe for it. He's right. I'm not going to take that away from him. It is true. You can ask. I've done that myself. You ask for certain things and they appear, you know. Spiritually, you're not going to get everything you want, you know, but if in your karma in this lifetime it's meant to be, it will be. So that's the other thing he didn't mention, because, you know, let's face it, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, don't want great things to happen. They want some bad things to happen. If they got what they wanted, boy, the world would be pretty messed up. And then if you have all these people that were not enlightened and they're only self-serving, they'd probably just want to get things for themselves. So that's another aspect of, you know, the modern day new age spiritual bullshit that's out there. But they never comment on these topics, on this aspect of it, and I comment on it. So let's take a look at what else it says.
I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. That peace that we're after lies somewhere beyond personality. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen in all of your glory. As far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass. And when I say life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, I really don't know if that's true. I'm just making a conscious choice to perceive challenges as something beneficial so that I can deal with them in the most productive way. You'll come up with your own style. That's part of the fun. Like many of you, I was concerned about going out into the world and doing something bigger than myself, until someone smarter than myself made me realize that there is nothing bigger than myself.
So I just want to make a comment here. This is a very common ideology, if you want to say it that way, belief system. It's become 15 years ago when I met Sharon and David at Jivamukti Yoga. Not to take anything away from them, we did have our ups and downs. There's Krishna Das, the famous American kirtan chanter who chants all the Indian chants in his own way, which I give him respect for that and all that. Eckhart Tolle, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, you name it, there's a list of them that just created this whole New Age thing. And they all started preaching the same concept of what he's talking about. I am the universe, basically saying I am God. And that's what people don't seem to get, is that the idea of first saying that I can't identify with the self, right? But yet, right after that, exclaiming I am the universe, meaning I am God. You're identifying with something at that point, something much bigger than yourself. So it's almost like the ego inflates to the size of the universe, is what I'm saying. And the people that are pushing this nonsense, onto other people, and there's people buying it, like the book The Secret. You know, I mean, they come up with all this, great stuff and great marketing techniques, and they sell it, and people want the stuff that these guys have. So if you pay close attention, if Jim Carrey didn't have fame and money behind him, do you think anybody would be listening to him? And that's the question I pose to you. Just think about that. And the money. Would his words be of any interest to you at all? And that goes for all the other New Age gurus that are out there. So I'm the first one that always posed this question to all these people, and always got a lot of flack for it, constantly just got a lot of people that were upset and telling me I'm negative, and I'm jealous and all this other shit. And I just like being me. That's what it is. And I see something, yeah, I say it. It just doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of people that claim a lot of things, but they just can't be themselves. I love to watch cartoons. I'm 47 years old. Why should I stop watching them? Same thing I did when I was a kid. I love to go walking in the woods with my dog. Since I was a kid, I did that. That's not going to change. I still love that. There's certain types of candy that I like. I still eat it. You understand? So all these things that people say, it's because they're probably just very not in tune with themselves yet. And until they start to get in tune with themselves, then they'll understand other people that are just being themselves. So let's take a closer look at what Jim Carrey has to say here. I hope that made some sense to you. So this is to all the guys that really hit, had a...
You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. And after you walk through those doors today, you will only ever have two choices: love or fear. Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, Udell. I'm so honored. Thank you.
See how happy he is right here, on
And
top of the
I
world?
want to take as many people with me as I possibly can, because the feeling is amazing.
sentiments are definitely good. There's no doubt about it. Let's take a look further and see what we can find here, because it was interesting what was going on with this guy. I was so fascinated by some of the things that, you know, how they were trying to portray this guy, and I knew it was going to come to an end the way that it did, which is sad for this poor guy. Hang tight for 1 second while I find this.
Or fear.
So I want you to
Choose love. And don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
pay close attention to what he just said. So let's take a look at the other side of that.
Jim Carrey's been hit with another lawsuit in connection with the suicide of his former girlfriend. The young woman's mother is now taking Carrey to court, but she says she'll withdraw the suit if Carrey's medical records prove that he did not give the victim a sexually transmitted disease.
Jim Carrey is being sued by his girlfriend's mother for allegedly giving his ex illegal drugs that ultimately led to her tragic death and 3 sexually transmitted diseases. The suit also claims that Carrey shamed Katrina White before she took her life and even called her a whore. According to the lawsuit filed by Katrina's mother, Bridget Sweetman, in early 2013, Carrey didn't tell Katrina that he had tested positive for multiple STDs. When he was tested for STDs, he allegedly gave the fake name Jose Lopez in order to avoid detection, the lawsuit claims. Katrina White lived here in the hills above Los Angeles. The suit claims that after she tested positive for STDs, she confronted Carrey and he immediately dumped her. She took her life 1 week later. Carrey looked grief-stricken when he served as a pallbearer at Katrina's funeral in Ireland last year. Her mother also looked inconsolable. Carrey's attorney said, "It is understandable that a mother who has lost a daughter will look for someone to blame."
The mother's lawsuit comes 3 weeks after Katrina's ex-husband also filed a wrongful death suit against Carrey. Carrey's lawyer says the suit is blameless, baseless, bogus, and, quote, a transparent shakedown.
So let's thank Inside Edition for that one. I wanted you to hear that, actually, because that to me was, you know, was huge. After all the different, there was much more videos where he was talking about, you know, the great aspect of what was happening in his life and how he was able to talk to the universe and basically get the things that he wanted, and it was all about love and this and that, you know, basically everything these new age people do. And you know, this is the irony in it all, is that this is life. You know, I don't want to blame Jim Carrey for this. I don't want to blame anyone for this, except for the people that are pushing the ideology consistently and marketing off of it like crazy. Some of these ideas are ancient. You can find them in any ancient culture. But the way it's being used, and I tried to explain it before, is like taking something very powerful, and we'll use, let's say, taking some uranium, right? And basically making something like a dirty bomb with it, something that's unstable, and throwing it out into the ocean, or into drinking water or something, or into the food, or into the environment, where it gets into everything. So basically it's the same idea. They're taking something that's very powerful, which is a thought, an idea, and just throwing it into the stream of consciousness, and people are being affected by it. Why? Because they're not prepared to harness that power, that energy. Hopefully that'll make sense to you. If you want me to go deeper into it, I can, but it should make perfect sense. It's like, you know, you really can't do anything with uranium unless you're able to harness uranium, right? So it's the same idea. Anything that has energy, power to it, you have to be able to harness it first. That's the only way that you'll be able to use it, if you can harness it. So you know, that's my interpretation of what's going on. But I said it long before all these things happened. And you know, this goes back to Kanye West. It goes back to Prince. It goes back to a whole, well, not so much Prince in that way. He wasn't really falling apart, but it goes back to the powers that be, and they know what's going on, and they do have control. Your mind is affected by a lot of these things. There's a lot of people out there that think they know everything, and they just go about and do things and judge people, and it's just the way their society works. The society that we live in was built for them, and we just have to try and survive while we're here, and we have to be very careful how we do it. I'll probably make another video coming up soon. I'm sorry it's been so long since I made a video. I just had a lot going through a divorce and stuff, and my divorce wasn't bad. It was good. It's a good thing, and I'm just sad about it. That's all. So, but it's not a big deal. It wasn't anything too bad. Again, I apologize for the long time it took for me to do a video, and I'll be putting some more videos up more frequently. It's just that I'm trying to finish off this grad school. I just got accepted into another program for teaching, so I'm really excited about that. And they're going to pay for my master's, hopefully, and that's what it looks like. And I'm really excited about that. And don't forget, guys, I'd love to hear your comments, just like you did in all the other videos. I will try and respond, unless you guys try to antagonize, which I don't like to do, because I don't do that to anyone. I don't believe that we need to antagonize to be able to learn from each other. We can debate in a healthy way, but to antagonize is something I don't want to do, right? So let's debate in a healthy way. Talk to me intellectually. Talk to me from your heart intellectually, and we'll be able to have some good banter back and forth. I look forward to all your comments, right? And keep it coming. If you like my video or not, doesn't matter. I don't have AdSense, right? So it doesn't matter. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just putting the videos out there. Like I said, everything I do is like an open source code. I'm always open to learning and hearing all the things that you have to say. So you can subscribe if you want to, and I'll make another video coming up soon. If you have anything you want me to talk about, just post it in a comment, and I'll try to put it on the list and make a video about it. Alright guys, talk to you. Be well, stay safe. Don't try to emulate anyone. Try and find out who you are. One of the best ways to do that is to go inside and meditate. Be who you are, and not such a spiritual way. Fuck everyone if they don't like it, but be who you are regardless. Alright, peace out, much love. Talk to you guys soon.